Hey Marlene, Daphne here. Thank you for doing these. I think you've done brilliantly here. Really, really interesting. It's quite a good exercise. Maybe it takes the pressure off you just to focus on the intro, get amazing intro, because after that you get into your flow and then you're okay. It's just starting off with a good start that I think really helps. And I know what you mean about having a subject you feel confident about. The range of subjects is extraordinary and sometimes really quite strange. But you've covered such a wide range and you've got to believe in yourself. You can do this. So solar energy is becoming more and more popular. Yeah, it's hot at the moment. As a source of household energy in many countries around the world. Why is this? One part of the question, obviously, and what are the advantages, disadvantages? That's the other half. So I really like this. There's one little thing here, but many scientific communities have emphasized the natural usability of green energy resources. Fantastic. Increasingly common. This is very good. This is really nice. Sun energy, so we have to say solar. Either energy from the sun, but you can't use sun as an adjective. Either energy from the sun, or you'd have to say solar energy or solar power, because we've got energy there. So I might say solar power. Increasingly common. Solar energy then is used primarily, or is mostly used, let's do it that way, is mostly used in domestic field. No, I'm not going to go mostly because it's also used for businesses and stuff and to sell, isn't it? It's primarily, or often used. Is often used. Use that one instead, I think that's safer. When we say foremost, we say often first and foremost, which is like primarily. So foremost tends to go with first and foremost. But I think energy from the sun is often used in domestic fields worldwide and offers various benefits to consumers. That's okay. This essay will analyse the reasons for this trend. I really like this. That is a very good start. Really, really like that. Obviously, if you had an opinion, you could put your opinion in here. Yeah? But well done. Really, really good. You can always write a bit more. I mean, you're just doing me literally the beginning, aren't you? So many people believe living a city life offers greater benefits as compared to the countryside. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Funnily enough, with one of my children, my eldest boy, I was talking about this with him today, and we were saying how actually being in the country, yes, it's quiet. But in France, here where I am, it's super quiet, but it's actually so beautiful, and you do have that connection with nature, which is really lovely. So residents of pulsing metropolises, oh wow, often argue in favour of their choice of living, giving the various advantages instead of being stuck in small rural communities. That absolutely works. You could say stating, or even better, citing, which is like quoting. So check those ones if you're not sure what they are. So citing the various advantages. And instead of, you could put compared to, because you're comparing. I know you've got it there, but you might just have to do it again there. Compared to being stuck in rural communities. I agree that an urban lifestyle can undoubtedly offer a mind-expanding, exciting experience, but would absolutely emphasise the gain. Oh yes, hey, woo, fabulous, really, really nice. Now, how did you feel writing that? Did you feel more relaxed? Does it feel okay? That was brilliant. In the past, shopping was a routine domestic task. Absolutely. Many people nowadays regard it as a hobby. To what extent do you think it's a positive trend? Very common style of question, this shopping, consumerism, that sort of thing. With steadily increasing, no A. Globalization is general, so it doesn't need an article. With steadily increasing globalization and an overload of advertisement, the number of consumers has... Now, they can't raise themselves, so the number of consumers has been raised significantly. You've got to go to the passive. So it has been raised. I'd actually go significantly. I'd put the adverb there. Doesn't matter too much there. Now, let me just quickly explain. I'm sure you remember this thing about the verb. Lots of people get this wrong. When you've got you've chosen that verb because you've seen consumer with an S. But this is the main noun. So all this is your subject. If we put that in red, that is all your subject. But the controlling bit of the subject is that one, which is singular. So the number of consumers has. You've got to have that singular verb. So watch out with that. It's a very common mistake. But go back to the beginning of that noun. This is all your noun. Go back to the beginning of it. Don't be confused by that. Economic experts have emphasised the trend of leisure shoppers, many of whom are in contrast of the buying behaviour of previous decades. Many of whom, it would have to be M, that's the people, many of whom are in contrast to the buying behaviour of previous decades, many of whose habits, do it that way, put in that, then you're okay. Many of whose habits or experiences are in contrast to the buying behaviour of previous decades. Good. It absolutely works with this. Habits or patterns. Having the negative aspect of the product overwhelming in mind, I believe less competing in markets would relieve the environment. As a hobby, to what extent is a positive trend? Having the negative aspects of overwhelming, adjective first, products in mind, I believe less competing in markets would relieve the environment. Good. You mean the environment as in the planet environment, or would relieve the pressure of having to buy something? So not quite sure what you mean there, or the purchasing pressure. This is brilliant to there. That one, I'm not quite sure where you're going on that, because I'm not sure whether it connects to that, actually. I can see where you might be going, but I'm not sure how it connects to this bit. Is it a positive trend? You need to be telling me if you think it's a good trend or a bad trend here. So I think that should relate to, is it a trend? Is it positive? So you're saying, yeah, be clearer. Yeah, be clearer here about whether you think it's going to be positive or negative. Then that leads me in, because here you've really led me into the essay really, really well. Those are good. Okay, can we try 2 more with 0 mistakes? Absolutely 0 mistakes. I know you've only got 1 mistake there and there, but can we go for 0? And then do me an essay or do me whatever you want to do. I'm around. Let me know. Okay, really well done.